Okay, I've repaired my pages. I was already talking to you about it. I showed them all to you, but my camera wasn't turned on. So I got carried away and added a strip to this sheet, which didn't even need it, but looks nice. So they add an extra element of decoration, and all of the pages would look nice with these on them, but it takes too much time. And I added the yellow gingham to that. So now they're punched correctly and ready to be bound. So I have my pages all lined up front to back. Here's the front cover, undecorated. Here's the back cover, which is folded over on top. We have 18 holes here, and this wire I believe has 25 wires on it. So I would just count to 18 and cut off the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is the last wire I need, so I'm going to cut the rest of them off. And I have my wire cutters. So I'll just go right in there and snip. And there we go. So then you take, this is the wide part and there's a narrow part. You take the narrow part and put it through the holes of your back cover, and then the front cover, and because I have pages of varying sizes, I usually do one page at a time to make sure I get the pages lined up the way I want them. So instead of this going in the bottom hole, I put it in the next hole so it misses the top and the bottom, and it's lined up in the middle. Or you could put them wherever you want. I don't think I have any really small pieces, but you could do that, like little flap pages. They're fun to do. Well, I have two pages here, but I'll put them both on. Here's a short page. Oh. Huh. This one went off the edge too. So now you're going to watch how I repaired that. Here's this one. I'm going to cut it 1.5 inches wide. I don't usually do that, but it's been a while since I've made a smash book. And 10 inches long. I mean, I have done it, but I don't do it very often. I guess I'm out of practice. I've never done it with the camera on before. So I'm folding it in half, and then I'll just take my tape runner down each side of it. Squeaky tape runner. And then lay this page right in the crease. And fold it over. And then punch it. Well, now we don't have all of those extra decorations all in one section of the book. You see, there's a bright side to everything, right? Okay, let's hope all the rest of them are punched properly. I actually like this black and white against the... I didn't have it lined up right. I like the black and white against that blue. Especially since there's blue and black and white on this page. That was fortuitous. And I know I have to re-stamp this on a piece of paper. I'll just have a nice shaped paper and stamp it on there and glue it to cover that mess up. Now, if I was doing this off camera and just showing you the finished product, maybe you wouldn't know all the mistakes that are made. There's a pocket. And another pocket. The map pocket is big enough that it needs all the holes. It's getting full. Last page. All right. I didn't check to make sure the pockets and envelopes were spaced out, but I think they're pretty good. Now we have to close these wires. So this is the channel you use for that. They are 1-inch wires, so I look at my little cards here and find the one that says 1 inch. And I insert it in here. It needs to be a snug fit in this channel, and it's pretty loose, so I'm going to tighten it up. So that's pretty good. It's snug, but I can still pull it out. Also, there are markings here, but I prefer to use my little card. Okay, and make sure this is pulled out. This is a part that I can mess up too, so I'm going to be careful with this. So I have my open O-rings. You can set your book down. There's, let me show you the piece that I cut off. There's just a very slight indentation right here at the top. So you kind of center your book onto that. And, oh, it's been a while. I gotta try to remember. Put the skinny part toward the back of the Zutter. I don't know if it matters, but I think that's what the instructions said, so that's what I do. And then I try to make sure that the book is centered in that little indentation. Okay, so then you make sure that none of the wires are sticking out this edge, that everything is right in there, and that you don't have half of one of these. Whoops, half of one of these. Have it all or have none of it, but don't have half of it in there. It will contain 6 of them, but you can do 4 or 5. I think I have 6 in there. So now I've got it in there. I'm holding it, kind of pressing down very lightly, not hard, but a little lightly to make sure it stays steady in there. And then press it. Oh, and I just said make sure you have all the wires in there. And I didn't. This wire was out. So, I'll stick that back in there. Hopefully it'll do it okay. Okay, so I've closed those wires. Oh, I'm sorry, kind of awkward here. Close those wires. Now I move it along and put another 4 or 5 wires inside there. And then the last 4. It doesn't work very well to just have 1 or 2 in there, so I always make sure I have 3 or 4 at least at the end. Okay, so there they are, and this is why we fold the front cover, or the back cover, over the front, because this way the, I guess you could call it the seam, the opening, is going to be inside the book, and this little edge, little bit that where you cut, that's going to be inside the book. So then we just open it. I think I ended up with the front cover on the back. This was supposed to be the front cover, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I had this on the front. I don't remember. I had these ladies on, but I don't know if these are the ones that are going to end up on there. So you can see it's closed in an O. And then you can just flip through the book. And I want to show you one other thing. Also, you need to know that when you get here, you can't close it this way. You just have to flip everything back this way. But I wanted to show you one more thing, and that is if you have one of these, or if you're making one of these and you wanted to add something to it and you already have it bound, I just cut a strip here to show you. Cut this strip and then I punched it. And then I just took scissors and snipped right there at each little hole. Just snip. And then you can just set it there and insert it. Just poke them down in there. And there you go. And you can move it around. So if you wanted to make a sturdy bookmark and have it sticking up a little bit, you can pull it out and move it down to wherever you want it. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll probably be back again to show, I'll probably add some gusseted pockets either to the front or the back or both, and I will show you how I do a gusseted pocket. So I'll probably do that, and then I'll show you the finished project with the decorations on the front and finishings on the inside. I might do a little bit of washi tape inside. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you are enjoying this tutorial on making a Smashbook. Bye bye.